Welcome back, everyone, to the Tech Integration Workshop here at schooltechnology.org. My name is Brad Flickinger, and this is Step 9, Embed Digital Artifacts into Lessons. Now, since the beginning, we've been working on my K-Tech system that I use all the time with my teachers and the buildings that I work with, and that is, 21st century skills, then T is for train them, E is for embed them, and then C is for check on them. So finally, we're at the embed phase where we're going to embed 21st century skills into the lessons all around us. Now, to be able to really kind of explain that, I want to show you the lessons that come out of my elementary school. And at first you might be thinking, yeah, but I teach at a high school or a middle school. Well, kind of use it as a platform for where you might be able to go. So if I can do it at elementary school, surely you can do deeper, stronger, more at middle and high school levels, okay? Just to give you an idea of what's happening here. So here is the system that or the schedule that I follow all the way from kindergarten to 5th grade, and I'll explain each one of them to you here. But essentially, these are not fixed. They could change from year to year depending on what the technological needs of our students are. So let's start at kindergarten. So in kindergarten, they start by really learning how to use a computer properly, which means really knowing how to use their mouse, to click, to drag, to select, those type of things. So we do a lot of digital drawing with them. And in this case, they're doing an alphabet book, and right now they're on the letter C. So this is really early in the stage of being able to do this book. So you can see he's got a car, a cookie, and a cake, and here's another shot of a different student here. And they're really getting good at how to use the mouse. Their mousing skills at clicking and changing colors and all those things, fantastic. These kids, by the time they're done kindergarten, have got the skills. Which moves us into 1st grade, where we start using documents. Microsoft Word, they can type text, select text, change it, move it around, all those type of things. By the time they're done 1st grade, they can do incredible things with documents. So much so, like look at this guy here, he's relaxing a little bit there with his document all done. But we felt as a school that being able to manipulate and use documents is one of the skills for academics and as far as for the rest of their life too. So we start off really young for them being able to be familiar with using a word processor. From there, in 2nd grade, they get really good at being able to make presentations or slideshows. So in this case, they're working on an insect slideshow and being able to stand in front of their peers, their classmates, and present that information. And you'll notice this doesn't have bullet points on it. This one is really using imagery really well. We're not teaching kids to stand up in front of their classmates and read all the bullet points that are on the slideshow. No, they've got to be able to present great information, and they get really good at that in 2nd grade because they do it for the rest of their life, basically. In 3rd grade, the students work on a book, an actual tangible book that we get printed up. And so they work on, of course, this is really tied into their classroom. All of these things are, the insects, the letters, the alphabet, all those things are tied back to their classroom. But in this case, they talk about everything they learn all throughout the year. They make different chapters in their book. And then finally, in the spring, we print that all up. And that's what they work on here. So you can see that it's been great that they had the experience with both the slideshow and the word processor to come back on for their book project here. 4th grade, they do their own podcast. So they do all the research, the writing, the sound effects, all those things, the recording of it and editing, so that everyone comes out of there with a podcast. And there's a lot of work goes into this. You talk about the 21st century skill of research and information fluency. They do a lot of that in 4th grade, so they get that all done. Of course, they're making documents and doing all those things. So here they are recording their podcast out in just the media center. And then finally, in 5th grade, each student makes their own documentary about a subject. So again, it's a lot of research, a lot of writing, a lot of the planning. It's months of the planning work before they ever really get to the stage where they're shooting the video here in the classroom and those type of things. And they will narrate their documentary and do all those great type of things. So that gives you a kind of a glimpse of what's happening in my building. And it comes down to these 3 steps that I use. So first off, I like that sound effect there. I mean, that little effect of it coming across there. We pick a lesson, and that's what we kind of did in step 8. You look at all the different lessons there and you pick a lesson, and then we complete a worksheet. And in the action guide part to this lesson 9, you will see that worksheet and you'll see how I work through it with the teachers. And then 3, it's kind of we teach and repeat. So we just pick the lesson, do the worksheet, teach and repeat. We just go through that 3-step recipe. That's great for embedding 21st century skills into your lessons. So I will see you in the action guide part, and we'll talk about how you're going to do it.